Hello, hello, hello. Good morning and good evening to you. Good morning for me. Good evening to you. Good afternoon for somebody else, and almost good night for the Filipino people. But hope you will spare some time to come on to my live stream. I'm trying to do it a little earlier. Hello, Del. How are you, Del? Busy working? You must be busy working. Good to see you. First, wow. I saw it said one person, but I did not know who it is. Oh, lunch break. Okay. Bon appetit. Bon appetit. Bon appetit. Oh, things are going well. Things are going well. Thank you. I just have a little busy morning. I have to wake up the kids now, and I have to. The little boy is not well, so he'll stay at home today again. So I'll have to again leave the live stream to wake him up later on and make sure he's having his breakfast. Then I have, uh, what do you call it? To give him his medicines regularly. So just bear with me. I'll just wake up the kids and return. Okay, just bear with me. I'll wake up the kids and come back. I have to wake up the girl and the boy. The youngest fellow is not well. Later on, I'll wake him up. I woke up Tariq, but just make sure he goes down with you, okay? Thank you. Don't wake up Kareem. I'll wake him up at 7 o'clock. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm back. I woke up the two elder kids. I woke up the two elder kids, and 7 o'clock I'll wake up the little fellow and make sure he has his breakfast. Then 8 o'clock I've got to give him his first medicine. 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So yeah, I've got. I'm today I'm daycare. Daycare. Yesterday also he didn't go to school. He wasn't well. So So, 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 so. So today's theme, today's theme is money saving tips, frugal living, and smart budgeting. So, any comments on that, Del? Any comments? Any comments on that, Del? It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. So, Dale, any comments on today's theme? Yes, Dale says, I am always saving money. Will need as much as we can when we retire in the Philippines. Yes, that's very true. That's very true. But it's good you have also set up your business in Philippines, so that will still continue, right? So that's good. You give it up, and you will give it up in London, but you have something going in Philippines, so that will be good to keep you going. It's always important to keep getting, some kind of income. It's always good. Savings, you can't really depend upon savings to last a lifetime. That's what my opinion is. I always say nobody, even billionaires and trillionaires and all that, okay, nobody can say they have enough money to enough savings to last a lifetime, because it all depends on each one's lifestyle, right? So billionaires and trillionaires have a luxurious lifestyle, so no amount of savings will be able to last a lifetime, depending if they live a very long life. And anyway, they have a lot of money to reinvest into different businesses and things like that, whereby they are always getting more and more income from that. So that's what I say. Savings are okay, savings are needed, but there is always the importance of making sure you are getting some kind of income on a regular basis. The basic thing we people in the West are lucky is that we get pension, right? Very few other people do get pension, but not much. I know in Philippines also people do get pension depending upon the kind of work they have had. They do get they do get pension. They do get pension also, So, but generally speaking, many do not get pension, right? So that is one. You have to. My firm belief is you have to have some means of a regular income. Unfortunately, I do not have that, and I'm only waiting for the pension. But my life was a complete different life, So no matter what I tried was not enough, not enough. But it's okay. I've survived, and I'm doing well enough. That's good enough. I don't need an extravagant life. So for me, my lifestyle at the moment is just good. Yes, saving, you can't live on that alone. Correct. Even I that's my thing also. You have to have some extra income. My line of work is education, and so because of that, I can have extra income, but living in other countries, it is limited. It is limited. I tried online teaching, but no agencies accepted me um, because of my accent, and so anyway, whatever reason, other reason they had for not accepting me, and so I only depend upon whatever classes I can get and whenever I get them. So till before COVID, everything was going hunky dory. But ever since COVID came, things change, situations change, and therefore my income became less till it became nil, right? So when my income became nil, then I had to think now, though it was online, but it still became nil. So then I had to uh, think of cutting corners and doing something more with my life. So that's how I'm moving on. Now when I come to Philippines, of course, there will be no way I can tutor anybody for charges, but I don't mind. Once I get my pension, I don't mind. I can manage well enough with my pension. I can't lead a very luxurious life, and I've never lived a luxurious life. I'm always happy with getting by. I'm always happy with getting by. I have splurged. I've splurged on many occasions, but there are few occasions when you just let yourself go. You need a little bit of luxurious life or luxurious eating. You need a little bit of that. I don't party. I don't hang out. I don't have friends. So I don't drink. So I save a lot over there. So that same thing is going for my travels, right? The same thing I use for traveling and seeing places whenever I can afford enough for it. So, what more do I want, right? I have my food on the table, I have a roof above my head, and I can see places. So that's good enough. What more do I need, correct? Yes, the only thing I need is some friends who I can speak with and talk to. That's the only thing I need, and that is one of the reasons why I am now relocating to Philippines, so that at least I will have people to talk to. Because in a way, you go to any other country around in Southeast Asia, language is a barrier, right? If I go to Laos or Vietnam and those kind of places, there is still the language barrier. So my bet is Philippines. Like I would never have left Thailand. I would never have left Thailand. I'm so comfortable now, with everything around here. But my only barrier is language. No one to talk to, so it gets too lonely. The cats I had were a good bet because at least I could, chat with them, or I'll be uh, shouting at them not to do something, and those kind of things. And um, cats are good actors. Cats are very good actors. How they pretend. How they pretend when. Oh my God. We've always looked after cats, so I know quite about. I know quite a lot about a cat's life. So yes, coming back to money matters. Once my pension kicks in, then I'll be a little less kind of worried, you know, because savings get depleted, and my savings has mostly gone in traveling to Canada and back. Canada airfares are too much, and now where my daughter has moved, it's extra travel. Like before, just take a flight to Toronto. Hello, Joyce, how are you? So just take a flight and go to Toronto. That's okay. So now, like, go to Vancouver, it is okay. But from Vancouver, I have to come to uh, Grand Prairie, and then my children have to come and pick me up. So, you know, uh, all that is an extra bit of travel, and that is extra cost. It's almost like $800 extra. So that's a lot of money to spend $800 extra on a normal fare. So, yes, Joyce, today is Tuesday, so normally you are free, but you told me you have a few errands to run. So, yeah, it's okay. You can be here for a short time. At least you're here, and that is important. Just to keep you informed, my watch hours are increasing well. So far, so good. Last 2, 3 days, it has been doing well. And this morning, when I had a look, it seems to have been the highest I have ever got in my life. It seems to be the highest, and honestly speaking, I used to see reason why YouTube was cutting down my hours, but now I cannot see any reason why YouTube is giving me good hours. So be it, so be it, so be it. Count your blessings. So I better not speak ill about that. So thank you, YouTube, also, and thank you all of you have been putting in a lot of hours for me. So I felt sad. I felt sad not because so much my watch hours were cut down, but like if it is cut down, all the time that you guys have been, on my channel seems wasted, right? Because if we have been on the channel and I have had like about 7 hours, okay, 7 hours of watch time, the 7 hours have come from all of you, you know, keeping that time free to be on my live stream, to watch my videos. So you have spent 7 hours to do all that. And then when YouTube says that I've got 0 hours, 0 hours. So my thing is like, how can it be zero? Where are all those times that you have put in? Like, YouTube has considered it a waste of time. That is what hurts me much more, you know, that all of you put in so many hours to watch me, and then YouTube just says it's zero. So, that is very upsetting. It's impossible. It cannot be like that. So that is what upset me even more, like. So, okay, I got less watch hours, all right, but then all your time has been wasted. So finally now I'm seeing, a good rise. I'm seeing a good rise. So, I'm happy. I'm happy whatever reason YouTube algorithm or what they feel like doing. And, or maybe for all the lost hours now it's been made up, like, it's been made up, whatever is the algorithm. So I'm getting, good watch hours. So tell me about today's theme. Joyce, what would you say? Joyce, what would you say? What methods of saving would you use? I have a lot of I have a lot of things that I have been doing since young. Okay, since young, I've been doing a lot of things. So uh, I will give my views. I will give my views in time. Okay, I need to go. I tune in when I get back. to work in 29 minutes. Okay, Del. Aye, aye, sir. Take care. Catch you later, Del. I have to keep an eye on the time. 7 o'clock. I have to wake up my little boy. He's not been well since yesterday. He stayed at home as well. And today also. Joy's life is good, but yeah, the weather in London, I don't like. I heard so much about it. I don't like the weather in London. In fact, you do not know what is the weather in London. It keeps changing so often, right, Del? The weather in London keeps changing so often, so you don't know. So, yeah. But I will visit there one day, just to see. I want to see a couple of places. Big Ben, Tower of London, Buckingham Palace. Yeah, just see a few places. I want to visit Stratford on Avon. Stratford on Avon, the place where Shakespeare was born, and look around at some of Shakespeare's old stuff. Quite a fascinating man he is. Quite a fascinating man he was. Um, so, but he still lingers in his plays and all his things that he's written. So yeah, I want to go and see something about Shakespeare's life. Stratford on Avon. I think that's where he was born and grew up. So, main site. Oh, Pita, how are you? How are you? Pita, today you are returning home Tuesday, or are you already home? Because I thought you said something about yesterday you're coming home, but previously you said you're coming home on Tuesday. So I was just a bit confused. Yeah, you are home now. The fact that you are responding and many of your videos are coming out, so I presume you are home with a better Wi-Fi connection. So yes, that's good. That's good, Pita. Yeah, I saw a few of your videos that came out last. I think two of them were there. I commented on them. And yesterday, Pita, I spent a lot of time from Hector channel. From Hector channel, I spent a lot of time going through your videos. Now I have to attack Steven's videos and comment on them. So, Pita, tips on saving. Come on, that is today's theme. Joyce, tips on savings. What are some of the methods you use to save? Yes, I went right from. I started with right from the first shots till the last shots. Then I went on to your videos, and I started from the first shots to the last shot. If I found I have liked your video, means I have definitely commented on them. So those ones I skipped them. But if I did not see any like, it means I did not comment as well. So I went through all your shots from beginning to end, and then I went through all your videos from beginning to end. But your long video, which was 32 minutes, 31 minutes, something, that video Hector had already seen before, because those videos I played fully. Those are your longest videos, so I play them fully. And I keep your 32-minute video. I keep it on loop. I keep it on loop so that it keeps playing whenever I'm on the laptop. That video will keep playing, because that's your longest video. So it will keep playing. So you keep getting those 32 minutes each time it plays. So I yeah, if somebody's longest video, I will put the longest video, to play. Even on my Hector channel, I've kept the Burton channel video. And I've got one video for 5 hours and one video for 4 hours. So I keep playing, I keep that on loop and I keep playing that. I do not know how many I get from that because, like, they are on loop, but some days I was getting very low, right? Very low watch hours, like 2 watch hours and 3 watch hours and 4 watch hours. Those days were very low, but my videos were still playing on Hector. So I don't know algorithm. I stopped now, trying to fathom out YouTube's algorithm for watch hours because it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. So as long as I'm getting good watch hours, I'm happy. Why worry, correct? I am jet lagged. I am supposed to sleep early, but my administration officer called for an important job I need to see tomorrow morning. Okay, okay. So that is keeping you awake. Okay, that is keeping you awake. No, actually, your admin officer called you for some work, and so it's keeping you awake to do that work. That is only because you can also be on my live stream. God works in wondrous ways, correct? God works in wondrous ways. So, this is one of the wondrous ways. He's given you some work so that you can stay on my live stream. Otherwise, by now, you would be snoring in bed, and I would be hearing all your snores. Nobody wants me. I'm nobody's child. So sometimes when I have nobody on my channel, then I sing this song. I'm nobody's child. I'm nobody's child. Just like a flower, I'm growing wild. No mommy's kisses and no daddy smiles. Nobody wants me. I'm nobody's child. Do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Roo, roo. I always say I should become a conductor, music conductor. I think I will do well. They say you need to know music very well, but I think I can manage. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 Yes, Joyce, sir, I am still here preparing breakfast. Bon appetit, enjoy your breakfast. What are you having for breakfast? So, Joyce, tell us some ways that you save money. What are some good tips that have helped you to save money? I'm going to talk about it as soon as I wake up my little grandson. He's not well, so he will be at home with me again today. So I will just wake him up, and then I will come back, and I will come back and I will relate to you all the different ways I used to try to save money from the time I was whenever I was working, when from the time I was working and earning my own money. Kindly address the universal sorry kindly address the comment I made about investment. Did you? Sorry if I missed it. Oh my god, now where to check the comment you made? Choice, I am fine, sir. Tell how is life in England? Okay, Del. Sir, it's good to save, but it's better to invest. It's good to save, but it's better to invest. Uh, yeah, Joyce, that's the only thing you said. It's good to save, but it's better to invest. But investment is saving, right? Investment also is you're saving your money, you're saving it wisely. And also earlier when Dell came on, I was saying, because Dell was talking about also saving, and at the time I said, just saving money is not enough because nobody can save enough money to last a lifetime. Like Dale said, he's saving for his retirement. So, like I said, nobody can save enough money to last a lifetime. There must always be an extra source of income. For us, like in the West, we have pension, so that is a source of income. So that is good, But even sometimes the pension may not be enough. So we need or very even if it's enough, like for me, it's enough for my lifestyle. To lead a simple lifestyle, it's enough for me at the moment. When I get my pension, it'll be enough. But it's always good to have extra income, And I used to have an extra income through classes, online classes, but now all of them have stopped. So I am looking forward to some other sources of extra income. So that is the thing. So correct, you kind of cannot, saving is not enough, you need to invest, right? You need to invest. And the thing is also what you invest in. So that's what I'm asking for, different things that you do to increase, your savings. So investment is a saving, but like what do you invest in? Because you can invest in stocks and shares and they will go down and they will lose, right? They will lose a lot of money. So uh, we are just discussing, what are some good ways of investment. And that's what I will discuss. I'll just wake up my grandson and I'll be back. Give me a few minutes, I'm sorry, but he's sick and I have to see to some couple of things. Okay, so just bear with me for today's live stream. uh, okay, I'll just be back in few minutes. sorry about that. I just have to see to few things today, so you'll have to bear with me. And I don't want to sit down because the kids will talk, and I've noticed all this sounds and voices and shouting and all that. All that comes out to my live stream, so that's not good, right? Maya Pita like to hear. Please click like on this live stream. Thank you all. Oh, thank you, Sita. Thank you. Yes, I can see 3 people, but only 2 likes. Yeah, so yeah, don't forget to click on like and don't forget to share my videos also. I can't now. I am chatting with the president of the City Private School Heads Association. Okay, looks like something very important and serious about your school. Yeah, that's as a principal. There's so many things to address, right? So many problems to address, and so many legal problems, also legal problems, local problems, problems after problems. So a lot of things to resolve. I can understand that. Yeah. Just hope. I know you will be able to solve it, but just hope they are able to do something to help to solve it because everything is not in your hands, right? So that is the problem. You have to rely on others to solve certain things with like giving permissions and all that. So yeah, that is a problem. So yeah, let's see. So money, how do you invest? Now let me start something of my own. Okay. Now from a young age, from when I started working, basically salaries were very little in those days, but you could buy a lot more things with a less salary, and today you cannot afford to buy those things even with a higher salary, correct? So whatever little ways I could save up my money, I used to save up. Now one of the things I started doing from that young age, and I did it even after marriage and everything, I used to still do that, and that was I used to open recurring deposit accounts. Now, fixed deposit was okay because you put a certain amount of money in a fixed deposit account, and on maturity after 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, whatever is the case, after maturity, you would get like a lump sum, like, and your money would maybe increase by two, three, 4 times, your money would increase. But in one way, when you look at it, all right, let's say I have $1,000 now, all right, and after 5 years, I keep it in fixed deposit, and after 5 years, I get $3,000. Okay, so very good, after 5 years, I've got $3,000. But when you look at inflation after 5 years, what is the value of that $3,000? Like today, I have $1,000. I may be able to buy, let's say, I buy a television, for $1,000, but later on, when after 5 years, when my money becomes up $3,000, can I buy the same? Can I buy the same television for 3,000 or less? You know, but many things you will find inflation has reached to such an extent that your 3,000 is of no value, right? Or even lesser value than the 1,000 5 years ago. So that's also another problem with inflation. So you are saving your money, you're saving it, but ultimately, what are you gaining back again? Nothing much. But even in that scenario, like I always say, if you did not save this $1,000, you did not put it away, you'd have spent it. And after 5 years, you do not have that $3,000 that you get extra. You do not have that, right? So after 5 years, the 3,000 will still be useful for you in some way or the other. It's better to have the 3,000 than to have nothing. So that is one way how I looked at it. Then, so because of the fixed deposit, you must first of all have a large sum of money, which of course we do not have, and we can only build up a large sum of money by saving on a regular basis. So when you're saving on a regular basis, let's say every month I can afford to put away $100. Okay, every month I can afford to save $100. So I used to put that into what we used to have as a recurring deposit account, a recurring deposit. So you're putting every month, and therefore they are paying you a certain amount of money. It will be less than the fixed deposit, but they are paying you a certain amount of money every month that you are putting your money in. So you put in $100, you get for that month you get interest, which will be maybe let's say 5 cents. Okay, 5 cents just for this. But then the 5 cents is added to your $100, and then the next interest is going to be on 105 cents, and that way it carries on. So when your $100 reaches, let's say, $1,000, you're finally going to be getting, like 1,000, then 1,000. Let's say it reaches 1,000. Let's say $100, and it reaches 10. So on 110, so you're getting interest on 110. When it becomes 120, you're getting interest on 120, and so on. So the recurring deposit account I found was very good. And sometimes the report that kind of an account, at the end of a period of 5 years or 6 years, it might even come up to more than the fixed deposit of $3,000, right? It will come up to even more than that. So I used to find the recurring deposit account very good. And then when you have that sum of money, then it is good to put it into fixed deposit. Then I had invested my money into an insurance. So, Pita, into insurance. So, in what way did that benefit you? Can you explain to us in what way did that benefit you? So, I started doing this. But then, the question comes is you must always, as Joyce also said, it's always better to invest in something. Like, just putting it into a savings account is no. So you invest it in a fixed deposit, you invest it in a recurring deposit. Yes, it's getting you some more money. There are, yes, come.
Sorry to interrupt,
No,
but
that's
Cream
okay.
is not eating his breakfast and he won't go to the table.
Huh?
Cream's not eating his breakfast and he won't go to the table to eat it.
He wants to go to the table to eat.
No, he won't go to the table to eat.
Tell him if he doesn't eat, I'm going to come down there and deal with him because he has to eat. Tell him.
Okay.
Okay? And if he still doesn't, then I'll come down. Okay?
Okay.
So, okay, right. So it'll be released to you in times of emergency. I agree. Correct. So, but then are you getting any extra on your money, or you're going to get your same money back again? Like, what is it like? When it's kept in the insurance, is it building up? Is it increasing? Do they give you interest on it? Yeah, so that is also good. You save something for emergency, like, okay. So yeah, that's good. Now, what else? What else do I look at? What else do I look at? So, yeah, so that is how things. That is how things. That's how you need to build up your insurance, like, build up your insurance for the future. I would say, like, that you're always getting some kind of money or something coming in. Okay, depends on the insurance you have. Okay, okay. So, there's another good thing that I started doing. Peter says I had a life plan and an emergency plan. Okay, because life plan you cannot touch, right? You cannot touch a life plan. Usually, you cannot touch a life plan till the full plan is over. But otherwise, yes. Otherwise, yes. Um, so. The other type of savings I used to have was always putting aside some money. Okay, so for example, like when I'm spending money in India, for example, I started saving 1 rupee coins. I started saving 1 rupee coins. So what used to happen was I spend money, but every time I got a 1 rupee coin, I used to put that 1 rupee coin into a box, and keep it away. So always keep the 1 rupee coins. And after a couple of months, couple of years, you will be surprised how much you have. And sometimes, you want to buy something, and that would help you a lot. That would help you a lot. And that habit I started doing everywhere I went. When I went to Dubai, I started collecting 1 dirham coins. And honestly speaking, when I left to go to Canada, believe me, I think I had about 6 to 7 thousand dirhams. Yes, 6 to 7 thousand dirhams I had. And I used to carry that weight around with me everywhere. When I came to Canada, I used to start collecting I used to start collecting $1 $1 $1 coins. I started collecting that. But I found coins are getting a bit too heavy, too heavy the coins are getting. So then I started collecting notes. When I went to Thailand, I used to collect the 10 baht coins. Then I started collecting they took out plastic notes for $20 for 20 baht plastic notes. So I used to start collecting the plastic notes, because that was better than the coins. So yes, this way I found, and really, the last time when I checked, I had 600 Thai baht, 600 Thai baht. Just collecting the 20s, I had 600, no, 1,600 Thai baht when I moved to the new province. So I use that, I spend that, So that is it. Now, my grandson is not having his breakfast. He refuses. So let me just go and check up. Okay, I'll be back. I'm sorry I have to keep going today. And also, Mama said 8 o'clock when he has his medicine, he has to brush his teeth and go to sleep. So just tell me if Daddy leaves and I'll take over. Yeah? That's what we should tell. We tell him after 7 o'clock. We show him that his breakfast. 8 o'clock is the medicine. We 12 before. After the medicine, you have to brush his teeth and call to bed. That's so. Okay. My son-in-law is downstairs, so he will take care of the son. And when he goes, then I will take care of the son. Lots of conflict, lots of conflict, lots of conflict. Communication is totally lacking. Communication is zero. because he asked me just now why I woke up the son. So the mother says something, the father says something else. So lack of communication is the biggest problem. Biggest problem. Anyway, so emergency is paid for by the school. The life plan is invested by me personally. Hmm, got it. Okay. Now, for example, in Canada, when we came here, we had an insurance from the company, and the company paid for that insurance. And there was a certain plan, and for certain type of thing we got free. For certain type of things we had, in fact, we never got free for anything. We had to pay part of it, but it depends on what you are doing. And then the insurance will cover certain things. It will not cover other things. So sometimes what the doctors used to do, to some extent, whatever they can, they would just say that, let's say you go for dental and an implant, you cannot get paid for an implant. Okay. So what they would do, they would say that they are doing something else, filling or something else. So part of the cost will be covered by that, and the remaining you pay, and the remaining you pay. So in that way, they would try to make up something. But some people would do it, some would not do it, right? So that is how it is. So it's okay, according to your plan, you do whatever it is. Like we got classes, but we got classes every 2 years. You can apply for classes, and we were so stupid. We were so stupid because uh, what we said was. We never used to apply for it. And people said, have you gone mad? Just go and do it. You're getting the money. If you don't take it, it's wasted. Like you don't take classes, and after 2 years, it's gone. So you cannot apply. And then suddenly you need the glasses, you know, and then you have to say, like, okay, now I'll go and get the glasses. But you lost that 2 years of money. So go get your classes, get anything, but use it. You're getting it for certain thing, use it. We were not that type. We were not that type to just go and spend, something when it's not necessary. But this is how we learned from other people. Like, you're getting glasses, go and take sunglasses or any kind of glasses, whatever it is, take it, and which covers the insurance money. So sometimes it was covered, sometimes it wasn't covered. So according to that, we had to. But yes, in other places, you have to spend on your own. Dubai, of course, they used to have insurance plans, but the schools I joined, we didn't have any insurance plans. We had to pay for it ourselves. So yes, it all depends on that. Sir, in the Caribbean, we have savings plan called partner. Okay. Yes. You know, any kind of savings plan which is getting you extra money, even if it is after a couple of years, even with inflation, I always say at least you have that money. But just try the method I suggested. Just try the method I suggested. Put away your coins or notes. Anytime you get, put it away, put it away, put it away, put it away, and just think, I don't have this money. Put it away and think. Sometimes you may be in need of money for something, but if you didn't have that, how would you manage? That's what I say. If you didn't have that money saving up, how would you manage? Okay, you would have found some ways and means of doing it. Carry out those ways and means. Carry out those ways and means to do it. You know. So that's what I say is very important. So when you're saving up, just keep saving up and make a determined effort. So put like how I said, I used to put a $1 or a 1 rupee or a one a dirham coin or a 10 baht coin. I used to save that. Just put it away. You will be amazed. You will be amazed at the amount it builds up in a short time. In a short time. because we get a lot of change, right? We get a lot of change. Just put it away. Put away one denomination of that, a good value denomination, put it away. If you put 25 cents away as a collection, it will take a long time to build up. And then you'll have too much of change. Put something like, whatever coin you have, whatever coin you are using. So like a loonie or a toonie. Just try that and see how it works. Believe me, you will be very, very surprised. Nowadays, it has become worse to do that because we don't really spend money. We are using our card. Everywhere you go, you tap a card, right? Your debit card, your credit card. So money is very scarce. We don't keep a lot of money in our hands, right? So that is one big problem. Uh, Marilyn, thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, Marilyn, for being here. Marilyn, tell me, how, what are the different ways in which you save money? Give us a few different ways in which you save money. So, yes, tell us a few different ways in which you save money. So, you know, uh, uh, this is it. So, uh, I'm giving the different ways, but try this. Marilyn, don't forget, just comment, leave a comment about how you save money. So, what I do is that I find it very important to save this on a regular basis because you're saving every day. And when you're spending using your debit or credit card, you're not getting a lot of money, correct? And if you're not getting a lot of money, then you're not putting aside the savings. So that's why I started. I started also instead of using my card, withdraw the money and spend, and then whatever I get some change back again. And for the 20, like in Thai baht 20 Thai baht, the new only the new plastic notes. I started saving that. So that was very useful for me. Very useful. Pita, my savings account is with the local cooperative, much better than banking, where it is non-taxable savings. Yes, the cooperative accounts I also found, back home and in other places. The cooperative accounts were better, but we had what is called the cooperative banks. The interest was a little better. And nowadays we find there's a lot of online banking system. Online, you know, they don't have a real office. They don't have a real office. Everything is online. But you have to be careful also because online will disappear with all your money. But like in Canada, we have an account, oh, I forget the name of it. It has a nice name. Sim- Simply, Simply, Simply account. Okay, that is all online, but that is a branch of a main banking CIBC. CIBC is a main banking system, and then they opened out an online branch called Simply. It's like almost the same branch, but it is different identity. It runs differently. It has their own accounts and everything, but it was a subsidiary of the CIBC. So they opened out online. So that you only is all online. Everything is done online. You open the account online. And believe me, I opened my account 2 years ago. I had a lot of problems with the account. I couldn't get the account started. I couldn't get anything. And after 2 years, coming every time I came to Canada, I called them. Finally, the issue was supposed to be being resolved, but till today, I have not been able to open my account. So I stopped because it is so stupid to keep on calling them, and then they promise, and then when I go back, I find nothing has been resolved. But maybe I can give them a call because now I'm going to be with them a longer time, right? So let me see what happens because it's now 2 years and my account has not yet been set up. So okay, so be it, so be it, so be it. We generally save by joining the partner. Now, I'm a little skeptical. What do you mean by this partner account? What do you mean by this partner account? Now, I will tell you. Some people started. Some people started this kind of saving. I'll tell you what it is, and I don't know if it's the same thing what you mean by partner. So, 10 people get together. 10 people get together, and let's say 10 people say every month we will contribute $100. Okay, the 10 people will say every month we will contribute $100, and we will draw. We will have a draw. We have a draw, or let's say 12. Let's keep it as 12 months. Okay, so we will contribute $100 for 12 months. All right. So we'll draw by lot. We'll draw for January, February, March, April, blah blah blah, to see who will get it. So who will get it for January? Who will get it for February? Who will get it for March? So we'll take a draw, and according to that, like in January, all of us will put $100. So that is $1,200, and then whoever got the draw for January will get the money and will get that $1,200. Then in February, everybody is contributing $100 in February, and whoever has the draw for February, they will be paid the $1,200. So basically, you don't pay; you will get $1,100, right, from the other 11 people. So you will get the $1,100, So yes, I don't know if your partner program is that your partner program, but in a way, I found that risky because what if somebody suddenly leaves the job and goes away? If somebody leaves the job and goes away, and they have already collected their money, right? But what about paying the money for the rest of the year? So I found that to be a little tricky. I found that to be a little tricky situation, and I never ever joined those ones because I did not believe in it. You know. So is your partner program something like that? Oh, Pita, thank you for telling people to click the like button. Yes, I know. It's nice to do that. So can you explain to me a little bit what the partner program? Like I explained to you, this is what like I would call a partner program. That 10 or 12 people get together, each one contributes, and every month somebody has to take that money. Every month somebody else by draw. They draw which month who takes what, and then everybody gives their money to that person next month. That is how it is. Sometime it would be like I suddenly need an emergency, I need something, so I will ask somebody, hey, my draw is in March, yours is in April. Can we? I mean, your draw is in March, mine is in April. You don't mind changing over? Like I will take the money in March and you take it in April. So that is mutual consent, mutual consent. But I don't like that scheme. So, Joyce, can you explain something? What your kind of partner program is in Jamaica? Then we have an idea about that. We have an idea about that. So, if you can let me know. Okay. So yeah, let's see how things go. Let's see how things go. So try. I don't know. Just try the method if you feel it is good. There are 4 people on my live stream at the moment, but only 2 likes. Yes, Pita, that's why you're keeping an eye on the like button. So my thing is like just see how it is. Just see how things are. Just see how things are going, and yeah, just see how things are going. And just try my method. Just put aside that $1 coin, or whatever it is in your currency, a Filipino peso, a 5 peso note, a 5 peso note. I think there is a 5 peso note. I'm not too sure. So put away a 5 peso note. That is good enough. So that would be helpful. My question is, explain something about the partner program that you have. What is the partner program? Just explain something about the partner program. Like I explained something like people will contribute, and every month somebody takes the collection. So you don't put it in a bank, you don't save it anywhere. So everybody contributes $100. Every month there is a draw. Every month somebody a draw for the 12 months in the year, and every month somebody gets the money. So if there are 12 people joining that scheme, every month $1,100 will be given to the person who has to collect the money for that month. So 1,100 will be given to that person because the remaining 11 people will give their $100 each. They will give it to the person who is lucky draw it is for that month. You know. So I don't like that because if somebody leaves, they have collected their money and then they have left the school and gone away or left the country, then how do you reclaim your money back, from the other months? So you know, so I didn't like that scheme. Many enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it. I never joined it because I did not believe in that kind of a scheme. It's better my money is in the bank. Banks also are not safe, right? Banks also are not safe. But previously, banks were okay. Nowadays, banks are unreliable as well. But in a way, they are pretty safe. In a way, they are pretty safe. It depends on the rare problems. When the problem is very rare, right? And the problem is very rare. So let me keep an eye on the time. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. I have to give him his medication. So yeah. So this is that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. The partner program is something similar. What some people used to start paying, but I don't like that system. I don't like because if somebody leaves, somebody goes away, somebody dies. Let's say somebody dies, you're going to ask the family member, oh, that person was in the thing, that person already collected the money, now you have to pay the money. It's bad, right? How will you ask? How will you ask the family members for that money? So I don't know. I did not like that program, and I never ever joined that program. I never joined that program. It's in principle it looks good, but in reality there can be many factors. And the person loses the job. What happens if the person loses the job and goes away? You know, that person is going to come all the way just to pay that $100. It doesn't. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So I definitely did not approve of that method. I did not. I do not like that method. Yes, absolutely, Joyce. That's what I'm saying. A big risk involved. I never do that. I never do that. I don't like those programs. It's okay for the first person who collects the money. That person doesn't have to worry. They got the money, right? But no, there are lots of risk factors, and I don't want to get into those kind of problems. Right? I never joined it. I never joined that scheme. I never joined that scheme. Oh, but there is always a risk. Like I said, even with banks, so many banks in the US have closed down, right? So many banks. So yes, come.
Um, Daddy left just to now. She has to take care.
Pardon?
Daddy left just to now, and
Did he having
I
his?
think my phone come back, which will be done in like 1 or 2 minutes.
Oh, you're not going early today?
No, it's
Ah,
7:40.
okay. What are you wearing? Oh, your hoodie.
Oh, actually, sorry, no, we're not going. We have to wait till. So I think just come down.
Yeah. Um, is he having his breakfast?
Yeah, he's having his
Okay,
breakfast.
that's good. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So you want me to come now? You're not going?
No, it's
Yeah.
like a minute or two before 7:50.
Ah, correct. That's still time. Okay. Okay, very good. I told them. I told them. If their dad is going to take over taking care of Karim, that's his prerogative. He's the father because he asked me. uh, Winston, why did you wake him up at 7 o'clock? And like when I went down, the boy said he doesn't want to eat, and the father said, okay, don't eat. You know. So I told him, I said, this is what your wife said, blah 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 blah. So he finally left the house now, and the boy is supposed to be eating. No communication. I say communication is so very. But you know what? Normally, he leaves at 7 o'clock, right? He's already out to go to work at 7 o'clock. He's all left the house at 7. So that is why my daughter gave me the instructions, right? And I guess the daughter didn't tell him about it because he's usually out of the house at 7. So what's the point of telling him, correct? He's out of the house at 7. But today my daughter had to go to work early, so he dropped her off and he came home, I guess, and he was still at home till now. So, so he wasn't aware of what it is. And but you must understand, I'm not going to wake up a six. This is it, common sense. I'm not going to wake up a sick child unless I've been instructed to do it on my own. I'll never take a decision in this house. It's not my house, right? So I'll not take a decision like that, with somebody else's kid, even if it is my grandchild, right? Because each family has their own way of bringing their child as they want. So, you must think before you ask a question and how you ask the question. You have to think a little bit, right? You have to think. So, anyway, okay, Pita, I hope you solved the problem with the head of the school division or the school board, whatever that was. I hope you managed to solve the problem. So, tomorrow in school, things go well. So, good night, Pita. Good night, Pita. Take care, sleep well. Thank you for coming on my live stream. Yeah, I'm also going to be a little busy. The kids will be going off now, so not now. Uh, they'll be going off in a few minutes, so I'll go down and say bye to them. And Joyce, you are still here, Joyce? I don't save like that anymore. Yeah, good, Joyce. Good you left it. It's really not worth it. The former worker retired, and we don't trust anybody else with our money, or the former banker. But it's not the banker because, if somebody else in between leaves the job, if somebody leaves the job, or somebody dies, or somebody is kicked out of the job, then how are you going to recover the money from that person for the remaining months, right? How are you going to recover? Impossible, right? Impossible. And the person has gone away, living further away. How much is everybody going to go chasing that person for the money? And even if the person doesn't give the money, what can you do? Nothing. Because this is a mutual trust, a mutual understanding with all of you. So if the person stops paying the money, what can you do? Nothing. You cannot do, even the banker cannot do anything if a person stops paying the money. Even the banker cannot do anything. Because a it's not a legalized way of doing it, correct? It's just a mutual understanding on trust and faith. It's a mutual understanding on trust and faith. You trust the people who join the scheme, you have faith in the people, and therefore you have the scheme. So I don't think it depends only on the banker. Because if I say I'm not going to pay you the money anymore, I lost my job, I cannot afford it, I cannot be paying the money, and I've already collected my money. So, if I'm the last person, I will keep paying the money because I have to get it right at the end of the period of time, right? If I'm the 12th person to collect it in December, I have to keep paying my money even if I lost my job so that in December I will get the money from the others, right? So basically, what are you doing? You are paying yourself the same $100, you keep it aside in a box and forget. Say, I don't have this money. Keep that same $100, and at the end of the year, you get $1,200. It's the same thing, correct? Except that if you save it at home, you will be tempted to spend the money. But you have to have a strong will. Keep it aside. Like I said earlier, if you did not have that money, how would you solve your problem? That's it, correct? That's how you will solve the problem. Think that money is not there and manage how you would have managed if you did not have that money. And that is how you are able to save. That determination must be very, very strong, you know. Okay, I'll just see my children, my grandchildren off to school. I'll check up on my grandson if he's having a breakfast because 8 o'clock I have to give him his medication. Okay, so I will be back soon. I'm sorry I have to keep going today, but it's important. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm taking the laptop down so it's easier than going up and down. I'll just see to my easier to see to my grandson finishing breakfast, and then I have to make sure he giving his medication on time, and so I'll and then he's going away, so I can sit down and talk. You know, I can sit down and talk instead of coming up and down. it's easier. So this morning's view, this morning's view, uh, the snow is less. The snow is less, but I'm feeling cold. The snow is less, but I am feeling cold. Maybe it will warm up down. It's a little warmer downstairs than upstairs because the heaters are running. Okay. So I can sit here and I can look after my grandson. Yes? Because we are all worried about him. He has been sick yesterday and today, and we want him to get well soon so he can go to school and he can play and he can enjoy life. So I have to take good care of him. And he said he wants to get well. He wants to be back to playing. Even I don't like to be sick at all. I don't like to be sick. When you're sick, you feel so bad, you cannot do anything. You feel so lifeless, right? What's occurring? You feel lifeless, like? So, right, so that's that. I don't like that anymore. Yeah, I don't. That's not a good saving. Thank God you left that partner saving. I don't trust it at all. I don't trust it at all. It will give more headaches than anything else. I don't even know how people came up with it and how people decided that that was a very good savings plan. No, it's not. It's not. And I'm surprised, Joyce, that you all are still having that kind of program running in Jamaica. I'm still surprised. Yeah, so that's that. So I don't know, Joyce, you will also be going away, right? And I don't think there's many people. I don't know. I think I'm having very nice themes, but there's not enough people sometimes to react to all the themes, right? And I see afterwards also in the comments like there are not many extra comments. But I don't know. What do you think about these themes that I have? Do you think they are useful? Do you think some themes are not useful or what? I don't know. Just give me your feedback on now. Like this is my 101st episode, my 101. So just tell me, like, what you think about it. Like, eat faster, Kareem. Eat faster. It's almost 8 o'clock. You have to take your medicine. So, yeah. So, sometimes I try to mute my phone, but I find that my voice still carries, right? So it is stupid. It is stupid. So, or I think when I, no, I think when I mute my phone, when I mute my microphone or hold it, then I think you cannot hear because I'm plugged in, right? I'm plugged in. So I think you cannot hear at that time. It's only if I'm not plugged in my headphone that you can hear. I think so. I must replay. I must replay some of my things to check that out. I'll try that in the beginning when I first come on live stream. I'll test it out, and then later on I will run my live stream, and then I will know for sure. So yes, but please do my suggestion to everybody: do try this. Just save regularly a particular coin or a particular note. Just keep that as a saving and don't touch it even in emergency. Unless it's a life and death emergency. But otherwise, don't touch it because always think. If I didn't have that money, what would I do? And do that instead of touching the money. Many Filipinos, what used to happen, like, I would encourage them, to start something, and I would send them 5,000 peso, like, to start a business, buy some food. 5,000 is enough if you want to buy and sell food. Uh, Maximum you need to spend is like 2,000 on a daily basis, spend 2,000 bucks to buy your food stuff and sell it, and you're already getting a profit from that. So I thought it was enough for them. But they would say, "Oh, my child became sick, or my grandfather died, or my cow got sick, and we use that money for that." And they don't realize, if I did not send you that money, how would you have managed? How would you have managed? That is what you need to think of. If you did not receive that money, how would you manage? Continue managing in that way, because this money that you have will make you money more. Correct? They spend the 5,000, they've got nothing. They are zero. But if they bought food, if they bought raw stuff, if they sold the food from that 5,000, they would grow because they are getting profit every day. So they would grow and they would still have their money back for investing the next day. So I don't see why these Filipinos, they don't remember, unless of course they are just scammers, and they got 5,000 bucks. Let's go and do shopping and spend it, like I know one YouTuber, and she said, like, she doesn't know about her boyfriend is serious with her or not, because he has many other girlfriends, many other Filipinos who he corresponds with, and calls them up regularly and things like that. So she's not sure about his feelings to her. But he still used to send her a lot of money. He used to send her a lot of money on a regular basis, because he said he likes her kids, and for the sake of her kids, he's sending the money. And believe me, like, he used to get, like, let's say 5,000, 7,000, 13,000, 15,000. It depends, like, how much he's sending. And it's not like every month. Sometimes he sends twice a month as well, like. So, and she'll go and bash it up. She'll go and she'll bash it up. Oh no, my son needed shoes, so go and buy shoes, and all those kind of things. And I used to tell her, money doesn't come easy. Even the guy who's sending you money, he's working hard for that money, right? He's working hard for that money. And if you did not have this money, how would you manage with your children's shoes? Are you just going to buy like a 1,000 buck shoe just because you got the money? No, that's not the idea. Would you spend 1,000 bucks to buy a pair of shoes? No. So don't do that. You know, keep spending. Buy him something which is okay, reasonable, but save up the remaining money. You never know. And then she was diagnosed with breast cancer. There was a ligament, and she was diagnosed with breast cancer. So, you know, now she needed money for her cancer treatment. So you never know when something comes, and you just spend so much of money, and like for the initial testing to see whether she has cancer or not, for the biopsy and all that, like she needed, let's say, about 20,000 bucks, 20,000 peso. So where's she going to get it from? So, had she saved from the man giving so much of money, that's extra money coming in. So buy shoes, buy whatever it is, but keep aside some money, right? Save it. That's what I used to tell her. Just save a little bit of that, a couple of thousand, just save it one side. That would have come in handy, right, for her to do a biopsy test, because he was like refusing to give the money. But finally, I believe he did send the money to her, but this is what I'm saying, I don't know why so many of the Filipinos, they only live for today. They only think about today, and whatever they get, they just splurge. But I know the younger generation are very wise, very wise. Oh my God. I see the young YouTubers, 19, 20, 21 years old, already very successful in life. They have their plan, they have their goal, and I find that they are very, very smart. It's good. It's good. They are very smart. Okay, I have to see to my grandson. Okay, just a few minutes. I'm sorry, just a few minutes. Or I think I will end the live stream because I don't think anyone else is here. Let me end the live stream. Okay, Karim, finished. It's time for your medicine. Thank you everyone for being here and sharing your tips on how you save. It's very important to invest wisely and not just save. See you next time with another interesting topic. God bless you all. Okay, so that's done, and let me just now pin up this topic and replace it with the other one. Okay, and just a shout out, don't forget, please remember in your prayers, remember Martha, Stephen, um, Nair, and Mardna. Please remember them in your prayers, and anybody else, generally speaking. It's very, very important. Okay, and remember Alex also, please. Alex is going through a hard time, so please just remember Alex also in your prayers. Um, Love you all, and God bless. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you for your support, your continued support.